about that platform right now. If you go on that platform right now, you're going to see thousands upon thousands of accounts talking about enemy signs and enemy numbers. Now, people are going to say, Gary, you didn't invent numerology and astrology. You would be correct. I didn't. But I obviously put the terminology in there. Everyone is going by my terminology because that's what I deemed it to be. And now everyone is following lock, step, and key. The point is, I said I was going to do it, and I kept my word. Bills, I left about 6 weeks ago. Do you remember what I told the guys before I left? I won't come back until I'm super viral. Super viral. That was my promise. That's what I told my co-workers. I ain't coming back until I have a lot of clout on this back. And we're talking about 600 woman type style. A lot of clout. This shit hurts. And I kept my word. We're not going to scream and shout all day. Not going to do that. But sometimes it's necessary. Like when you talk to a person who's calm, you can be calm. When you talk to a person who is shouting and interrupting you all the time, they have to meet that type of energy right back. The mirror's right here, and it's going to shine right back at you. So when I debated Unc 607, or I'm not sure if it's 607 Unc, I don't know. Maybe he came up with that name when he was hitting the crack pipe. I have no idea. But the fact is, he has a lot of energy, and you have to match his energy. Now, after that interview, after that debate was released, and by the way, that thing took over IG, that took over TikTok. Shout out to Unc, because when we got together, we said we're going to get views. I don't care if you're for him or if you hate me now. It's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. We'll get to you, cancel culture, baby mama people, in a little bit. Me and Unc said we're going to make noise, and that's exactly what we did. And by the way, you're going to love part 2. If you think I was aggressive the first time, you're going to love my energy next time. People are going to learn that to be a great teacher, you have to be a great entertainer. Teacher, first vowel E. Entertainer, first vowel E. Now, you might consider it a clown show. Do you remember all the podcasts I did with OnlyFans prostitutes? Do you guys remember all those things? Now, you have to understand, I come from a place where my mommy and my daddy were married and never divorced. I come from a place where my daddy didn't have multiple kids in different relationships. I don't know anything about that baby mama culture. Nothing. Zilch. I married in 2004. I'm married to the same woman. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to say, yo, Gary, you're a fat ass. Yo, Gary, you're ugly as hell. I don't care. You know why? Because I've always been at the premise, the guy's not supposed to be the pretty boy. The girl is supposed to be the pretty one. So I don't give a fuck what I look like because my girl is a dime piece and she looks good enough for the both of us. The same way I can go into a club with shorts and I'm never underdressed. You know why? Because you can never be underdressed with that right there. A Golden State Warriors championship ring because I ran with the Warriors. When they were in their championship run, I was there. You know, LeBron, one day me and you're going to have a podcast. And I honestly, I don't owe you cancer culture people anything. You can kiss my white ass. All right? Or to the white supremacists out there, you can kiss my Jewish ass. Or to the Zionists out there, I know. My daddy was Jewish, but my mom wasn't. So I'm just as much of a goy as all of them. You understand what's going on here? Every single group hates me. And I don't give a fuck. Because I have spread numerology and astrology with nobody's help. I built all the connections by myself. No one put me on. I will be able to go. And when I die, a long time from now, but when I die, you'll put on my gravestone, self-made. Some of you guys, you're doing better than me. Small percentage. But some of you guys doing better than me. But did your daddy and mommy leave you that money? Or were you poor like me? Struggled. Married a woman, by the way, who's extremely attractive when you were poor. And she never cheated on you. As a matter of fact, she's a virgin. Yeah, all you red pillars talk all that stuff about women. But at the end of the day, you got nothing but whores around you. I might not be in great shape, but I live that life that you talk about. I married a virgin. My wife is at home with the kids, and I'm out here making money. Which brings me to 607 Unc, when he was talking about the divine feminine. Yes, of course, there's masculine and feminine energy. Yes, of course, there is yin and yang. Numerology teaches this. A lot of other things teach this. But what I want you to understand is the different roles. One is the lead, the other is the support. Let me make this clear and try to dumb this down for some of you chimpanzees out there. And by the way, that could go to all races. And if you thought I was referring to one race when I said that, you're the racist. You understand? If I go out there and say the N-word, I'll say it as much at white people as I will at black. You are the racist out there. It's a damn shame we live in such a sensitive society, man. It's a damn shame that people need to walk on eggshells. And then when someone actually goes out there and starts talking the truth, what happens? Cancel, cancel, cancel. Because someone hurt your feelings. Because some of you queens got upset. That may be how it works in Europe. Maybe that's how it works in China, Africa, South America, Mexico, Canada. But that is not how it works in this country. My country, the best country ever created on this planet. No matter what its faults are. Let me throw some stats at you. This is how good America is. There's about 100,000 black millionaires outside of America. outside of America, 100,000 black men, around that number, have become millionaires in countries like Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya. But you know what? Most of them did it through corruption. Yeah. And before you start saying racist, that's how all third world countries you become millionaires. No matter what your skin color is, no matter what your religion is. If you are rich in some shithole fucking country, it's because you're a fucking crook, your family's connected to crooks, or you're connected to the government, which is a fucking big criminal enterprise anyway. In America, 1.8 million black people are millionaires. So when I told 607 Unc his black ass would only get rich in America, that was a true statement. Now, I said black ass. Cool. Is that racist? I didn't even say an N. There's no hard ER. What are you tripping about? Not that I wouldn't say it, but I didn't. I said black. And you guys started chimping out. You white liberals, the baby mama culture. So I want to make this clear. To me, there's many different races. Many different races. There's white people and there's white trash. And a majority of you are white trash. Black people and ends. Big difference. A black person has a wife. The other one has a baby mama. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. That is degeneracy. And here's the thing. Now I want to talk to you white folks out there. Some of you might see the culture and think the people are degenerate. That's not how it works. You can go to Africa. You can go to other parts of the world where there's black people, and you will see they have a very strong family structure. So it's not the race, it's the culture. I want to make that distinction. It is never the race. You put some white boys in the hood, they're going to be bigger ends than everyone else on the block. Culture matters. Environment matters. So what the white people have to understand is 75% of the African American men who are raised in this country are raised by a single mother. That's a problem. That's a cultural problem. This is why 6% of the adult male black population commits about 50% of the murders. It is not because they are black. It is because they have no fathers in their life. And that's what the white people have to understand. It is a cultural issue. And to the queens and all these people who are getting upset talking about, yo, I'm going to see this white boy in the street. All right, bro, I've heard this shit for 20 years. You know, Florida is a stand your ground state. I'll just make that clear. Florida is a stand your ground state. Google out and figure out what that means. There was a very important case on it in 2012. It is what it is. But you know, things change and things evolve. And one of the things that we have evolved from as a society is cancel culture. If this was 2015, you guys would expect, I'm so sorry for anyone I offended. And please, please, if I offended someone, tell someone who gives a fuck. I don't make apologies. ESPN told me in 2015 if I apologize for not supporting homosexual marriage, they would feature me on ESPN and I could start doing sports numerology. You know what I told them? I told them they can kiss this right here. Cost me a lot of money. A lot of money. Easy 8 figures. Easy. Might have led to 9 figures. But you know what? That's all right. Because I'd rather be a millionaire with morals than a billionaire who knows when it's all over, it's time to go meet that prime creator. They're going to pay the price. They're going to pay the price because I believe in karma. Some of you guys don't. I do. So we're going to talk some numerology. If you guys want a reading, 98 or above, we still do the numerology. I see people here, just making it clear. I'm getting the monologue out. If you guys want a reading, I'll do it live, 98 or above. We'll get there. I see we have one, but first thing I wanted to do is for the Black Americans who think I'm racist. I want you to watch a video of me in an Uber with a woman who is from Nigeria. Remember in the UNC 607 video, I said the Nigerians were the slave masters. That is factually correct. The Nigerians were the ones who are going to other tribes, enslaving them, and selling them to the white man. We're not even talking about who owned the ships. We're not even going to go there. We got plenty of people talking about that. Play the video. Next time I have a podcast with someone, and I say Nigerians are the smartest Africans by far, and Nigerians were the slave masters who enslaved all the other blacks and sold them to whites, I'm 100% correct. Yeah, you are. Okay. You are. See. These blacks here are sensitive, man. Yeah. They are, you mean blacks in America? Yeah, very sensitive. You see, that is why normally we Nigerians, I'm sorry to tell you, but we Nigerians, we don't really like the blacks. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. This is a Nigerian American. Someone who's a hardworking person. She's driving a Chevy Suburban. That's a $100K car she's driving. She's obviously doing something. And she's telling you the Nigerian Americans don't actually like Americans here. Because she says, go out there and work while you're asking for reparations. Now ask her, I'm about to ask her what she thinks about people who are talking about reparations. Listen to what she says.
You know, but we cannot say that. You know why? We feel so bad that they are not living up to expectation.
They want reparations.
Yes, you keep sitting down and crying over spilled milk.
Stop it right there. She basically goes out saying none of you guys were slaves. I mean, you're maybe mental slaves on the Democratic plantation. Maybe you're mental slaves. But when it comes down to it, you've had no chains on you. I mean, I got chains on me, and mine's a Rolex. It is what it is. But you have no chains on you. Absolutely none. Again, 1.8 million Black Americans are millionaires, and you guys are out there crying about reparations? Do you understand that a majority of blacks live outside of America? 95% of blacks live outside of America, but yet 95% of black Americans are the only ones with money when it comes to the black community worldwide. Number 2 on that list is Nigeria with around 10,000. From 1.8 million to 10,000. America is the most colorblind most colorblind nation on earth. Because as African Americans, you guys are struggling everywhere. But America. So when I said to 607 Unc, if you're a millionaire, that's because you're here. That is factually correct. Bills. Are you white? No. Is anyone here white but me? I'm the only white guy in this studio. Dom is not white. Fresh is not white. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The whiteboard. I'm sorry. Right there. Right there. Right there. Not gonna do it. I don't do shit like that, okay? I'm not even gonna play like that, but I got the whiteboard next to me. I'm the only white guy here. Fresh, Dom, Bills, they're all black. But you know what they also are? They don't have any baby mamas. None of them have any baby mamas. And they're all millionaires. And they're a lot darker than me. How do you explain that? How do you explain that all the black people around me in the influencer game have money and they have no baby mamas? And you know what else they have? A tight relationship with their family. Every single one of them has a tight relationship with their mom or their dad or both. And that is the difference between a white man and white trash and a black man and everything else they say about it. It is culture. Now, some of you guys would argue it's economics. It's because there's poverty. That is a legitimate grievance. It really is. Until you look at Japan. When you look at Japan, they got poor people there too. No crime. No crime. Very, very little crime in Japan. And they got a lot of poor people. Do you know how different Japan is? There was a tsunami in 2011 there. And the tsunami was so big, destroyed many homes, many apartments. And the Japanese people are very different than Americans. They don't keep all their money in the banks. They keep their money in safes. Do you know after tsunami, over 1,000 safes were returned to the police? I'm not kidding, bro. Over 1,000. Now you have to. I want to paint the picture here for you. The Japanese people, some of them just lost everything. They lost their home. They lost their car. No more job. No more money. And they're walking around and they see a safe. Now you know damn well if that safe is in the hood, someone's cracking that shit. You're gonna find a way, brother. You're going to crack that safe. In a white neighborhood, they're probably going to crack that safe too. You know damn well it's going to happen to Latino almost everywhere. But in Japan, these people lost everything. No money, probably starving. Found safes and returned them to the police station. So what that basically shows you, it isn't about economics. It goes back to culture. Now, in a queen culture where you have women raising men, that's a recipe for disaster. 85% of rapists were raised by single mothers. 85% of rapists were raised by single mothers. It's the culture, not the people. Now we're going to go to some GG33 haters, and there's a lot of them. Let's start with this clown who says, cancel GG33. Let's hear what the clown show says.
All the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai, man, peace to all the chosen ones all around the world, family. I'm sending y'all high vibrational energy and gratitude. It's divine intellect signing in.
Okay, stop it right there.
Y'all already.
That right there is no different than a priest telling you he's connected to God. No different. That's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo that's made to make people feel good. See, the truth is, a lot of you people would rather have people lie to you and tell you nice things than be like a fucking asshole like me and tell you, no, don't marry that woman. She's a whore. All your other friends are going to say, congratulations. I'll say, don't do it. And guess what? You're going to get mad at me. But then in 6 months, you're going to see I'm right. Every single time. So again, this guy just put on a whole bunch of nothing. Let's see what he has to say.
Already know what I'm about to talk about, family. As y'all see from the title, you know, GG33, y'all counsel that motherfucker. Y'all counsel that racist white bitch, man. I'm telling y'all. You know why? It's motherfuckers like him, family, that's definitely gonna get wiped off the planet. Because if you thinking from a mentality of that, you
stop it right
like
there.
Like you're.
This guy just said, people like me are going to get wiped off the planet. Now, what do you mean people like me? White people like me? Jewish people like me? Who are you talking about, bruh? Now, see, he can say that because he's black. If I say that, oh, I'm a racist. This is garbage. This is absolute trash. And what is he mad at me? He's mad at me because I told him the truth. Keep playing. Wants to cancel me.
Forefathers, and I'm not bashing the human beings. Like I said, to all the high vibrational human beings, that's all the Caucasians, the Asians, the Mexicans, the Dravidians, you know, all like every race that's spliced with animal genetics. If you vibrating high, family, I'm not coming at y'all. Y'all the high vibrational human beings. Y'all understand.
Okay, stop right
genetics,
there. So they're basically trying to say that high vibration is agreeing with him. Who the fuck are you? Who are you to decide what's high vibration or not? I mean, by the looks of you, I understand looks can be deceiving, but I'm not seeing much. I'm not hearing much. Does he sound like he has that great influencer voice? Is this the next Andrew Tate? No, bro. This is just another motherfucker on TikTok who got triggered because he was raised by a single mother. Again, he already threatened violence against me. Did I say anything about violence against him? But he's already talking about violence against me, and I should be canceled because he doesn't like what I said, even though it's factual. Again, Judge Exhibit A, that a woman cannot teach a boy how to become a man. Keep going.
God and that the indigenous and aboriginal people of this land, right, was the owners of this land before it was taken from them by y'all forefathers and the rest of these hierarchy human beings, right? So I'm not bashing the high vibrational human beings. All I'm doing is talking to these racist motherfuckers like GG33 out here, right? This motherfucker confirmed that he was racist on the podcast with
Okay,
607.
stop. He's not lying. I did say that. But I want to make this clear. You're all racist. Every single person out there is racist if you really, really think about it. Bills, is it safe to say that blacks are better at basketball than whites? Now, obviously, there's Jokic and Luka, but overall, you know, if you have more than 3-4 white boys on your team, you're not doing much, are you? So, but wait a second, that's a racist statement, isn't it? We just said one race is superior to another. But it's true. I don't care what you say. Latinos and Mexicans are much harder working people than blacks and whites. You want proof? Go to a Walmart on the East Coast and go to the Walmart on the West Coast and see where you get better service, dog. It is what it is. Now, I just said Mexicans and Latinos are harder working people than whites and blacks. And again, I'm sure there's a black person and a white person who's extremely hardworking, who's right up there, if not above. But as a whole, I'm talking about as a whole, okay? I don't want any feminist circular arguments. As a whole. As a whole, they work harder, but that's a racist statement because I just said one race is something more than others. We're all racist. We all have these beliefs. But you know what is real unacceptable racism? Bills is right over there working with me. He's pretty dark, by the way. Yeah, this ain't a light-skinned dude. He's up there. He's up there. You know what would be racist? This is an extremely well-qualified man. As a matter of fact, I don't know anyone who's more qualified to do what he does than Bills. I don't know anyone else. I'm being dead straight with you. I don't know anyone else. Racism is knowing that and still hiring a white person. Or knowing that and still hiring a Mexican. That is unacceptable racism. That is what you need to start judging people on, not the truth. Latino women have quick tempers. Facts. Facts. I think Jews are very smart as a whole. That might be a racist statement, but do the facts actually back it up? They do. How does 2% of society control over 50% of the assets? You might come back and say, they're thieves, they stole it. Well, they're smart thieves then. My point stands. Now, people like this over here will say, this was stolen from indigenous people. They lost the war, yes. They lost the war of conquest. Just like the Moors went into Spain and impregnated all those women and killed all the men. That's why the Spanish men are a lot darker than the French men, even though they're in Europe. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? The Moors added a little color in their lives. People need to stop walking on eggshells, and people need to start being accepting of the truth. And the truth is, some races are better at things than others. Now, when I was with 607 Unc, I said white people created the airplane, created the internet, created cell phones, cars. Factually, that is true. Now, some of you guys will point out that Gary, a black man, discovered the red light and green light system, which is all over the world. Yeah, it's true. A black man did do that. And some of you would say it was a black woman who basically was the first one to figure out how to have central air in a house. True? Absolutely true. But when you compare the black inventions to the white inventions, if I'm just being nice, it's 10-1. If I'm being realistic, it's more like 100-1. Do you know why? White people are very creative. White people have something which is very good with creativity. That's why the Chinese and the Asians might be smarter when it comes to IQ. But remember who they're copying and pasting. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? There's certain type of intelligence that only work with certain type of things, like a mathematical mind. If someone is all mathematical and calculations, he can be manipulated. There are men out there who are alphas, who have everything planned out, every contingency plan, but let a beautiful woman walk around them. They get dumb as fuck. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Well, some of you don't, that's for sure. Then again, those people are his supporters. Let's give him one more chance to hear what he has to say. He already said he wants to get rid of me.
And I know 607 wasn't even trying to let that shit get to him. I know he was trying to keep his composure, like as far as
he was trying to keep his. He was yelling at me.
Truth. And you know he's a troller too, so he like to troll a little bit.
Yeah,
and
he
play
definitely
around,
is.
But people gonna deem him as crazy, but I know he playing the game. He just playing like he crazy, but he really speaking them facts. He dropping gems on motherfuckers, and he really exposed GG3, like GG33. I meant to say, made this motherfucker true color show.
True color.
Like,
Stop. Bills, how long have you known me? Have I changed at all? Even a little bit. I'm the same motherfucker, right? Haven't I been talking like this the whole time? And by the way, do you consider this racism? Then again, you do have a daddy, right? Yeah. So it is what it is. Okay, enough of this clown. Let's go to the next one. By the way, clown, that's the most clout you're ever going to have in your life. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, go to the beginning. I'm going to tell you when to stop it. Go ahead.
Right?
Not at all.
No.
I'm more intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm more intelligent than a woman. Just like I'm more intelligent than you.
You know what emotions is? Emotions will keep her intact with
Okay,
God,
stop it right
You
there.
teach-
Women are more emotional. Men are more logical. The divine feminine only works.
You can, like, she can channel.
Yeah,
She can
put it
channel
down, put it
information
down.
and give it back
Keep
to you,
going.
right? She's a divine
Yeah,
feminine,
put it down.
right? You are
Okay, we'll get back to that. The divine feminine only works if it's divine. What that means is if you're ran through, it's not possible for you to be divine. So why would you give a woman who's ran through, one of you queens out there, the privilege of calling you divine feminine when you're not divine at all? You gave away all your virtue with your second, your third, and your fourth baby daddy. So when he talks about divine feminine, cool. But you women in 2025 are anything but divine. Keep going.
His emotions will keep her intact with God, right? If you teach a woman how to control it, you can, like, she can really channel. She can channel
Okay,
information. and give it back
stop
to you,
right there.
Right? She's a
He's talking about woman's intuition right there. He's talking about woman's intuition. Let me ask you a question, Bills. If women are so good at using their intuition, why are they always picking the wrong man? Just curious. I'm curious. If women are so good at that intuition, why are over 50% of you being divorced? Why wasn't that intuition working on the most valuable thing you had. Creating a family. But I'll answer my own questions. Because you're ran through. That's why. You have no divine feminine because you have no respect for your body. And once you're ran through, all virtue is gone with the wind, like a water in the fucking desert. It's gone. Keep going.
Intact with God, right? If you teach a woman how to control it, you can, like, she can really channel. She can channel information and give it back to you, right? She's a divine feminine, right? You're a divine masculine, right? No one is meant to rule over nobody. Nothing else.
No, people are definitely meant to.
Stop it right there. No one is meant to rule over anybody. Do you know what happens when you're leaderless? Chaos. Absolute chaos. Now, if you want to argue the divine feminine is just as important as the divine masculine, cool. With you. But they both have roles. And the masculine role is to lead, and the feminine role is to basically support. I'll give it to you in football terms. The quarterback is the most important person on the field. By far. Not even close. But can he win without offensive linemen? Can he win without running backs and wide receivers and tight ends? No. But he is the leader. He is the divine masculine. And everything else is the support. Now, women today, they're too ran through to be with their divine feminine. It's gone. Absolutely gone. And the divine masculine is gone because it's always going to be yin-yang. It's always going to be a pendulum. So if the women start going to the gym and start caring about abs, there are a lot of women fitness influencers, aren't there, bro? By the way, did you see any women fitness influencers except maybe one or two on ESPN a decade ago? Now you have women who are fitness models, some women who have bigger biceps than most guys with 500,000, 600,000 on UK, on IG, watching this shit. So if the pendulum is swinging this way for women, it's swinging the opposite way for men. How is the Matrix making this work? Because women are now raising men. Absolutely by themselves. And because of that, the divine masculine is done. The divine feminine became corrupted, and then they basically destroyed and corrupted the divine masculine. So when I say it's the man who has to lead, that's because it's his role, not because someone else is a slave. Keep going.
Else rule over anything else. Name anything else that rule over something besides
Even
us.
in the animal
Name
kingdom,
something else.
men
Name
rule.
The world was ran by queens, right? The world by queens.
It was never
And
run
they-
by
and they-
queens.
listen,
It was never run by
listen to
women.
me. They was
This
ran-
world was
listen,
never
listen to
run
me.
by women.
Let me tell you the truth.
Stop.
The-
Stop right there. Margaret Thatcher, who was the Prime Minister of the UK from, I believe, 79 to 90. I think she did a good job. I think she did a pretty good job. For every one woman like that, there's about 50 failures. There is a woman prime minister in the UK. She lasted 40 days. White woman. 40 days until she resigned. It was too much for her. It's too much for her. 40 days. That's all it took for her to tap out. When we talk about female leadership, let's talk about Hawaii. The last ruler of an independent Hawaii was a princess. Independent no more. The last ruler of the Ming Dynasty was a princess. The Ming Dynasty no more. See a trend here? Now, as a numerologist, yes, women born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th can be leaders. But that's because they have the male energy within them. Exactly. The alpha energy within them. You know, sometimes I go to these grocery stores or Best Buy, and I see these women security officers, and I'm thinking, if something goes down, what the fuck are you going to do? I mean, seriously, what are you going to do? You're 140 pounds. What are you going to do? I'm not being mean. What are you going to do? Or we'll see this 70, 80-year-old man. You kidding me? Something goes off, you might get a heart attack. Stop the games. Why don't we have former people in the military as security guards? Why? Because people like you exist who talk about equality and the divine feminine and anything a man can do, a woman can do. And now we have security guards who can't bench 50 pounds. Now we have security guards who are 5'4", and we are less safe as a society because of this political correctness. Yeah, we ain't holding it back today, are we? We ain't holding back today. I've been gone for a while. I want to talk. Keep playing the video.
The world was ran by queens, right? I saw mama. And little bitty white men came and took over. And when they took over, they erased history, right? And anything that they couldn't destroy, they said they built. And then they wiped away all the women and replaced them with all ugly-ass white men that didn't even fucking exist. And said they was motherfucking kings, and they weren't no motherfucking kings. Stop playing on me.
Okay, stop right there. If a white person said the same exact thing to a black person, that's racist. If a white person said the same exact thing, you people would be trying to cancel him. Yet he said this. I didn't see any videos saying cancel Unc. Nor would I make any. But I say a little controversial thing. Because of this, you want to cancel me. So what it actually looks like is you're the racists. Keep going.
Gonna be a king, right? They need, listen, I'm just gonna keep it real, right?
Who enslaved who?
Everything.
Who enslaved who?
Oh,
who enslaved who? It was the white man who enslaved your ancestors, not the other way around.
Guess what?
Keep it real.
It depends on what. Right?
Okay,
the
stop it
only
right
thing
there.
Real is now.
Did I tell any lies, Bills? I didn't. Why are you mad? Now, if one group of people enslaved another, is it safe to say they probably had a better military? Does that make sense, Bills? So if they had a better military, they probably had better sciences. They most likely had better education. What did I say that was wrong? There was a time in history, you know, the word slave comes from Slavs, which is white people. There's a time in history, the Moors, a black tribe, invaded Spain, raped all the women, killed all the men for 700 years. 700 years. Are the white people, if there's any left in Spain, demanding reparations? No. No. Not at all. Not at all. Keep playing the tape.
Life is moment to moment. He don't understand.
He sounds like he sounds like a woman saying body count don't matter.
They're playing.
He sounds like a woman saying body count don't matter. Your past matters. Karma matters. What you do matters.
You don't even know the true value of a woman, what a woman truly is. So
I do know what the true value of a woman. Stop it right there. I do know what the true value of a woman is. To be at home and raise the kids. Because I can't do it. I'm not built that way. And no, neither are most men. Maybe you got some, some sugar in the tank guys a little different, but, and by the way, we need to keep them away from kids. But I couldn't do what my wife does. I don't have the patience to sit there for hours and read the same word to my kid over and over until he gets it. I don't have that patience. I'm not built that way, and neither are most men. And if men had to do the role that the women do, we cooked. I taught my kids how to walk. I taught my kids how to swim. My wife taught them how to read. I didn't have the patience to. She did. That's divine feminine. By the way, I married a virgin. Real divine feminine. I actually felt what divine feminine is, Bills. Most of you guys are just going through body blue. Play the tape.
You're going to say women should submit to you.
100%.
Why?
Because a man is meant to lead and a woman is not.
I ask why.
Because a woman is emotionally based and a man is logically based. And you need more logic than emotion.
Who told you that?
Well, my daddy who raised me.
A man.
Again.
A man.
Again.
Stop it right there. See, he wasn't raised with a daddy. He never learned those lessons. You know why I'm blessed, bro? I shouldn't even say that because it's BS, but you know why I'm fortunate, Bills? I'm not fortunate because I'm white or I'm Jewish or any of this other crap you guys fucking make up every fucking day. I'm very fortunate because I'm an American. I'm very fortunate that I had a mom and dad in my life who loved me enough to struggle. That's why I was fortunate. I was fortunate enough that my daddy got my mom and himself out the Soviet Union in the 70s, which had to be very difficult. I can only imagine what he did to get out of there. And he used to ride his bike in the snow to his third job, Bills. Third job. He wasn't making enough money. I saw my dad and my mom run a dairy business. And my dad didn't have enough money to pay workers. So he would literally load a whole truck filled with kefir, drive to New York from Cleveland. No hotels, rest stop. Drive back. No, he's not taking a rest. Then he loads another truck, drives to Chicago, and comes back. I saw my dad literally kill himself. He literally killed himself. My dad had 3 or 2 strokes, 4 heart attacks, but he was a tough son of a bitch. Tough. He was born in the dragon year, and dragons built different, bro. He died in 2004. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something that's a little personal. But in 2004, I was already a master numerologist, discovered in 2001. And right after my daddy's birthday, I told my mom he didn't have much time left. I knew by his birthday that it was pretty much it. And 4 days after his birthday, he died. Yeah. At least I told my mom she had little time left. And yeah. Is what it is, man. All right, let's go to the next video. And by the way, we're going to get to the readings in about 5 minutes. If you want a reading, 98, and we'll get there. All right, let's see what this clown's talking about.
Come on. 12 signs, 12 jurors, 1 judge. You know about that.
Damn, boy, another one bites the dust. And I actually follow you. You the first white person I actually follow.
Stop. I'm the first white person you ever followed? You think, bro, stop. You're talking English. You were taught a language by the Anglo-Saxons. Are you out your mind? I'm the first white person you ever listened to? That's sad, bro. That's sad. You know, I listen to everybody. You know, someone I listen to? A guy by the name of Louis Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam. You know what he said? This was like 1993. I was about 15 fucking years old. And I'm a Jewish kid listening to Louis Farrakhan. And you know what Louis taught me? He gets credit for it to this day. He taught me what the Federal Reserve was. He was the first one who opened my eyes to what economic terrorism is. A Muslim man who's deeply has a lot of deep hatred for a lot of people like me. But see, I can look past that. I can. Because the man has something to teach. And I thank Louis Farrakhan to this day. We're talking about over 30 years, bro. I thank Louis Farrakhan to this day as a Jewish man, as a white man. Thank you for opening my eyes about the Federal Reserve. I might disagree with you about everything else, but thank you for that. And for the black people, only the ones in America, we're not talking about my African brothers and sisters in Nigeria, Kenya, shout out Malik Obama. We're not talking about my friends in Tanzania or Ethiopia. None of them are upset with me. It's only the baby mama culture in this country. And Bills, I got 500. He doesn't know his daddy's name. Keep going.
Another one bites the dust. And I actually follow you. You the first white person I actually followed who was exposed themselves as bigotry. Not just racism. This is bigotry.
Bigotry.
Hold on. It gets much worse.
Much worse.
Coded different? Yeah, I'm coded with melon. And that melon kind of coded me with a lot of genocidal shit in this earth, and I kind of like understand the earth more than you.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
Wait.
He said he's coated with melon. Basically makes you darker, makes your skin darker. He said because of that, he knows more stuff than I do. He basically said black people are superior to whites. You don't see this guy complaining about that, right? He's silent about that part. He doesn't want to talk about that part because he agrees with that part. But when I do some pushback, he wants to cancel me. Brother, have I said I wanted to cancel you? I'm propping you up. This is the most clout your sorry ass is ever going to have in your life. You want to cancel me? I just made you. We ain't the same, bro. Keep playing it.
Wait a second. Just because you're black, no, you understand? That's what you just said. I'm not racist. You just said I am racist. You have melatonin. You have melatonin.
Okay, I already explained. Stop it right there. I already explained we're all racist. I talked about that 15, 20 minutes ago. I said what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. And again, unacceptable racism is Bill is the most qualified person. Bill is black, but because he's black, I'm going to hire someone who's less qualified. Unacceptable. Someone wants to purchase a product and you won't give it to them because they're a certain race. Unacceptable. You know what is acceptable? Wanting my kids to look like me. That's acceptable. Bills, you want your kids to look like you? Or do you want white boys? Logical. Very logical statement there. Keep going.
What? You sat there and told that man, I am racist. I am racist. I am racist.
We're all
Like,
racist.
just how comfortable are you on this podcast? This ain't even your podcast you on. Y'all both are guests on somebody else's podcast. And you just felt comfortable.
Yeah, we
being
talked about it right before the
real
show.
racist. But no, it gets worse.
Gets worse.
Tell me a successful civilization in Africa right now. Oh, it's more successful than America. Oh, talk to me. You made a statement? Now make it real. Oh shit. Oh, Africans ain't come up no fucking boat. Stop playing with me. I see.
Hold on. He's unhinged. This guy's unhinged. He's yelling and screaming. And they say he won the debate. Just absolutely amazing. This guy's unhinged. And this guy's talking shit about me. I asked you a simple question. Name me a civilization in Africa right now that is on par with the United States. Just one. Can't do it. Because there are none. America has a higher GDP than all of Africa combined. There's a lot of nations there. And no, I can't name them all. No, I can't name them all. But I bet you I can name more than you. It is what it is. Keep going. Let's see what this clown has to say.
The white man came here and took it from you. Stop playing with me. Yeah. Oh, so if they took it from you, that means they invested in education, which means they invested in technology, which made better weapons, which means they enslaved you because they're smarter than you. They couldn't enslave me, right? They trying to figure me out, right?
No. Stop. Yeah. They say you went in the debate, but I mean, yeah. Again, these are low IQ people. Did I just say anything incorrect, Bills? Nothing. What are you offended at, bro? What are you offended at? What do you think? I'm scared to talk like this? You don't know me. Keep playing it.
Name black inventions. A lot of people don't know. Name black inventions. Let me tell you this, right? I can tell you the white man invented the radio, the TV, the airplane, the iPhone you're using. The white man did that. What has black validated man in the land of Timmy? Tell me. Invented Kimmy. Listen, the white man stole science, they stole mathematics.
Stop. We stole everything. The white man stole it, and who they steal it from? He's trying to say we stole it from them. Bro, the Wright brothers were the first in the flight. Who they steal that shit from? Thomas Edison. You might say that he stole that shit from Tesla. Last I checked, Tesla ain't black. Who they steal this from, bro? Who? Stop being so sensitive and start accepting reality. Start accepting what reality is. Keep going.
From you, nigga. From you. Stop on me. You got it fucked up. You got me fucked up. Listen, I can prove it. Let me tell you something, right? When they came over, right? This guy's entertaining, man. When Christopher Columbus came over here, right? A white man. We was already here.
He was over here. He was over here.
Right? So when he came over here, he was like this. Whoa. He sent the letter back, and they got the letter. Everybody watched it just they can go find it. He said, these people are so nice. They're so wealthy. They're so easy controllable. We can take them straight over, right? And what he said was true, right? Because there's two things that we had, right? We had love, we had wealth.
Stop. They had love and they have wealth. Bills, who would you consider the most aggressive race? Black people. A black man just said that, not me. And he said the white people came over here, the black people were already here, and the white people were the ones who got aggressive with them. All right. If you feel you need to believe that, then go ahead and believe it. I'm going to tell you what it is. Those were Native Americans, not black people. And yes, the Native Americans lost the war. And because of that, they lost the land. Now, a lot of you guys don't like the fact that America spends so much money on the military. But let me ask you something. Did anyone invade America during World War I? Nope. Did anyone invade America during World War II with ground troops? Nope. That's because we have a big, bad military. And the fact of the matter is this. You have to spend money on defense if you're a civilization. If not, you will be destroyed. You might not like it. You might say that's low frequency. You can say whatever helps you sleep at night, whatever cope helps you. It's the truth. America is the biggest, baddest nation in the world because it has the dollar, the world reserve currency, and it also has the baddest military in the world. That's why your standard of living in America is high. That's why there's 1.8 million black millionaires, including my tag team partners on this show. Keep playing the tape.
It's something they had that we didn't have. I love those bills. Referee, right? They had referee, and they can take over, right? We didn't know nothing about that life, right? Y'all was about that life, right? And that's the truth. That's not actually what happened. Come on, gang. What actually happened was the white man, the colonists, they needed slaves. So they went to Nigeria, and the Nigerians are the slave masters.
True.
Well,
True.
I'm glad you showed your hand.
I showed my hand. I showed my hand. Because I said the Nigerians were the slave masters. I showed my hand. Bro, do me a favor. You said I'm the only white man you ever listened to. Forget about everything you ever listened to me about. If you're so naive that you think that showed my hand, bro, I'll show you the door. Peace. And by the way, you ain't never getting clout like this again in your life. Get this motherfucker off my goddamn screen, man. Next. Oh, yeah, let's go. Uh-huh.
Tell you the white man invented the radio, the TV, the airplane, the iPhone you're using. The white what has
Okay. No doubt. Yep. Yep. I talked about that one. All right, we can stop the tape. We go. This guy's going to talk about black inventions. And again, obviously, black people have invented things because there's 7 life paths who are black. There's 33 life paths who are black. Numerology, astrology supersedes race. So we know no matter what race, they're going to have certain numbers and who are going to be very smart people and create things. Remember, I already said before race, numerology and astrology comes into play. My man over here, he's born 93. That's the year of the rooster. Roosters and snakes do well. He's my tag team partner. This is how I judge. Right there. Now, if I found out Bills had 3 baby mamas, if I found out Bills had a bad relationship with his mom and dad, those are red check marks. And he probably wouldn't be there. No, he definitely wouldn't be there. It is what it is. If you think that's racist, make sure to tell someone who gives a fuck. Next video. After this video, we're going to go to readings. Anyone who wants one, 98 or above. Oh, yeah, I want to hear this guy. Another guy asking for me to be canceled. Cancel culture. Yeah, sorry, Donald Trump is president of the United States now.
Bigot is being canceled.
I'm being canceled.
GG33 cat. And this is something very important y'all got to know about racism for your own game. There's a list of topics that automatically let you know if a person is racist.
Whoa, stop it right there.
This debate.
Bills, there's a list of topics that'll let you automatically know when white people are racist. Do you have this list, Bills? Oh, you don't have the list? Okay. Obviously, this guy has a list of some sort. You know, maybe he's got Epstein's list too. Who knows? Maybe he got a lot of lists. Let's see what else he has to say.
With 607 Unc and this GG33 dude, history. When you talk about history with somebody who has racist ways, it makes them uncomfortable. They get real defensive, and they have to insult you. You can be presented just
Stop. Unc said he smoked crack. Unc said he smoked crack. I brought up the fact that he's a crackhead because he said he is. I didn't make that up. It is what it is. He insulted me. He called me fat. What am I, fucking crying? Oh, no, I haven't heard that one before. But you notice how it's all one-sided. What he's saying, oh, it's okay. What I'm saying, cancel. Kiss my fucking ass. Keep going.
For example, they're talking about, leadership amongst the masculine and the feminine and the essence of a woman. And he asks him, do you know the essence of a woman? Well, they have to submit to me. Why? Because I'm a man.
Stop. Because that is what the divine feminine is. It submits to the divine masculine. Now, here's the thing with this guy, man. Tell me I was raised by a single mother without saying it. That's all I see here, bro. I see nothing but cope. And it's sad, bro. It's sad. Because I'm willing to bet if you had a father in your life, you'd be thinking more like me, pimp. Keep going.
I'm more logical and I'm smarter. See, that stems from white supremacy. That's where that whole idea comes from.
White supremacy.
In religion. You see,
Stop. I'm Jewish, you moron. I'm Jewish, you moron. White supremacy? I talk down to white people all the time. White people were the first to allow their women to have rights. Destroyed their nation. And this fool thinks I'm a white supremacist? Are you out of your freaking mind? The white supremacists hate me. Every day on Twitter, Jew, 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 Jew. And here they call me a white supremacist. Make up your fucking minds, people. Make up your fucking minds. Keep going. Fucking loser.
Ancestors, we believed in the divine masculine and feminine working together. It wasn't until European colonialism to where these ideas were pushed where women are worthless and they got to do what we say and things like, bro, that's...
Women are worthless? No, no, no. Women are to be defended. The problem is we don't have women, we have whores. You want to tell me you want to treat a Bentley with low miles the same way you treat a 1979 Chevelle with 200K miles on it? Are you out of your freaking mind? I'm with you on the divine feminine. But there is no divine feminine here in America. They're whores. Maybe go to Saudi Arabia and find yourself a virgin and then talk about that divine feminine. Because I actually know what the divine feminine is. It gave me 2 kids. To a wife. Not a baby mama. All right, let's finish up with this clown.
That's not our history. We had queens. We had goddesses. That's where we come from.
Stop. The successful civilizations had kings and emperors and sultans and Caesars. The societies that failed had queens. Cleopatra, probably the most famous queen of all time. Cleopatra was in a civil war with her brother over Egypt. And then she seduced Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar went in there and won the war for her. In doing so, Julius Caesar led to his own demise. He had a baby with Cleopatra. And once this baby was brought back to Rome, oh no, we have a foreign queen. Oh no, the next emperor is going to be Egyptian. That caused civil war. Countless people died. And then after Caesar was murdered, do you know what this wench did? She went after his right-hand man, Mark Antony. That was his lieutenant, and she seduced his ass. It wasn't until Augustus Caesar, the savior of Rome, came to power that he went down with the army, defeated Mark Antony, and then fucking told that bitch she's going back to Rome. And that's when she fucking died. That's when she took her own life. Because that woman was in power, millions of people died. That's what happens when a wicked, feminine energy that pretends to be masculine comes to power. Failure. Absolute failure. Stop playing with me. Let's go to the super chats, man. I saw we had a couple. If you guys want and again, I usually do more numerology and astrology based content. So you will forgive me if I start addressing some of these people because quite frankly, I've been waiting a while to do this. Anyways, if you want a live reading, it's 98 or above. Let's go. Bills, read it out. If you want a permanent reading from me, you can go to GG33classes.com. And on that website, you can reach for a reading with me or my students. Honestly, I recommend you go to my students because I do tend to be busy. What's that birthday? 12/21. What year? Yeah. So here's the thing. Yes, you have 33 energy, but you have more 6 energy. And you're a snake, but you're an 89 snake, which is a 9 universal year. And this is 2025, a 9 universal year. So a lot of snakes born in 89 haven't had the success that other snakes have had this year. 9 universal years are tough on everybody, including 9s. But when I look at you, my friend, I see a person who has charisma, but you have to push it out of you. It's not naturally there. But if you go into a setting and you start talking and you start putting in work, you could be one of the best when it comes at it. Anyone with 3 energy needs to be a networker. Anyone with 3 energy needs to be the person who knows everybody else. You know what else is good about having 3 energy, Bills? When you're 50 years old, you won't need dye on your beard like I do because you're still going to look young. It is what it is. Does Tom Cruise look like he's born 1962, my friend? He has 3 energy within him. So it is what it is. Now, I'm going to be very real with you. Extremely real. If you want to get ahead in life, your network will depend on your net worth. And vice versa. You want to get ahead? You got to know a lot of people. I understand you want to be a homebody sometimes, but that's not the way you do it. I also think you can make good money in real estate. So it is what it is. You're also right now in a 5-year cycle. Change, travel, but most importantly, you're very, very sexually active right now, which means if you don't want to impregnate a woman, keep that shit on extra tight, pimp. Who's next?
We got NDIS, date of birth, January 16th, 1982, 1/16/1982.
1/16/82. So even though you're 82, you're still a rooster. It didn't change over, I think, until the very last part of January that year. So we'll go with that information, 1/16/1982. And obviously, that's a good day for money. You're a 28 life path, my friend. And when people have that 28 energy, wait a second, did I get that right? Yeah, I did that right. My bad. And listen, guys, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't slept. Actually, it's 3:03. Look at that. See that? Every time I look at the clock, it's there. Every time I look at the clock, it's there, bro. Every single time. That's the first time I looked at the clock in like 2 hours, and it happened to be that time. And by the way, the syncrecy that is going on the past 24 hours is on another level. People are more in touch with the ether than they were, because I've literally seen this 50 times today where you think about someone and they come by and they call you and you're saying, yo, I was over here and, oh, I know someone that was just there. There definitely was some kind of shift on 8/8, and some people on TikTok have been talking about it. I believe that we're probably to the point where we're being able to access information from the ether at a much higher frequency now. And if you're like a master number, this shit should be coming like clockwork. I'm talking about some real shit, man. 11, 22, and 33. Those are the master numbers. For instance, Aiden Ross and Joe Rogan are both born on the 11th. Hulk Hogan is born on the 11th. I mean, these are very charismatic people. Myron is a 22 life path. Have you seen too many people with Myron's work ethic? I don't think I've seen anyone, especially in the influencer game. I mean, I remember this dude did a 24-hour stream. I get off the phone with him. I'm like, bro, go to sleep. 10 minutes later, he's like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. 10 minutes later, I see he's liking my tweets. I call him up. I'm like, motherfucker, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? In the X space or something like that. So it is what it is. But as a person who's a 28 and with 7 energy, let me tell you what you have to look out for. Relationships. That might be a trouble spot. Can't have it all in this world. And people born in the 7th, 16th, 25th usually have issues with the relationships. The reason I didn't is because I knew exactly who to marry based off numerology and astrology. Most you guys don't have that. It is what it is. But when it comes to you, 28 usually ain't the best with families, and neither is the 16th. So if there is an Achilles heel, it's going to be family. So my advice to you, balance the money, the material, and the spiritual. That's the most important thing for you to do. Balance both. And I want to promise you something. You do that, you will be enjoying your golden years. Because, you know, when I look at the birthday, I want you to understand what I'm doing. I'm not just counting numbers in my head. I'm envisioning how that energy progresses throughout life. And you are going to have fun in life in your golden years if you don't fuck this shit up. It is what it is. We got any more super chats? I mean, 116, 1982. That's a 28. Yeah. 116.82 is a 28, but he is a rooster, and again, it's a snake year. You've had a decent year, haven't you, Bills? Have you had a good year? It is what it is, man. I have more chats? All right, let's do more chats. And again, if you want a live reading, 98 or above, man. I got to be the best show on town right now. May 4th, 1975, for Lifepath. Whose husband is this? You married your enemy's side, huh?
Damn! Oh, that's why he said good.
Yeah, that's what it is. Listen, the numerology does supersede the astrology. I will say that. I will say your numbers are compatible. But here's the thing about roosters and cats. They're extremely sexually attracted to each other. Like all enemy signs are. You know, the pig is attracted to the snake. The dragon's attracted to the dog. But nothing, absolutely nothing like the cat-rooster relationship. I mean, they really... You remember J-Lo and A-Rod? Cat-rooster relationship. They're really good in the sack together. Just not too good at doing other things. J-Lo's a rooster. A-Rod's a cat. Yep, and listen, I'm not going to play. Like, J-Lo's a whore. Okay? J-Lo's a freaking whore. But she's also a Leo. And like any Leo woman I know who has money is especially in the West, is a whore. J-Lo, Madonna. These are Leo women who have money. So they're going to be masculine like fucking men and go around fucking running through people. It is what it is. Going back to your birthday, your husband's birthday. Yeah, you guys are going to do well financially. I mean, he got that shit on lock. Very, very detailed oriented psychologist. Yeah, I understand why you're with him. And I want tell your husband one thing for me. I know he's good at making money, but just the fact that he's having sex with you at 28 Lifepath is helping him make more money.
Oh my God.
No, that's true.
So my bitch got more money because I feel like my bitch got more money.
Yeah.
The moment
Yeah.
she started making money.
Yeah, like Sneeko got his first contract from Rumble when he was having sex with a 28 named Maya. Remember that girl? Yep. So again, I'm not trying to bring up Sneeko, but he's an influencer. That's the only reason I'm bringing him up. Women who are 28s, you got to protect your virtue. You find the right guy, you keep your virtue, your power. Women don't actually manifest. They're like magnets. And what they do is they basically enhance the man's manifestation. But if she's a whore, she can't do anything.
Oh my fucking God, that's what it is, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's all it is.
If
Like,
she's a whore, it doesn't even work.
so that's what I'm trying to tell you. I believe in the divine feminine. I believe in it. But see, when a woman is a whore, that divine feminine shit's out the window. Do you know whores give birth to people with basically deformities? Like, if you have a kid with a woman who's a whore, autisms. I know you guys want to say it's just because of the vaccines. Sorry, it's not. You know what else has been going up since the 60s? Not just vaccines. Women's body count. That's been going up. So yes, if a woman is promiscuous, the kids are going to suffer. Yeah, a lot of you guys don't understand why you have asthma. A lot of you guys don't understand why you have deformities. A lot of you guys don't understand what is happening. And yes, some of it might be your father. But at the end of the day, if you have a whole bunch of sicknesses and you don't know why, your mama's probably a whore. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the person who won't close their fucking legs. It is what it is. Yeah, we going in today, aren't we? You never saw an episode like this, have you?
Feels good to be back.
The fuck? Who's next?
I'm in hand degenerate. Straight birthday. June
1991. Year of the goat. Is that a man or a woman? Come, you gotta tell me if you're a woman or a man. You gotta tell me this stuff, guys. At least tell me if you're a woman or a man. Because that way I can get more detailed into this stuff. All right, it's okay, man. I'll just do the birthday without the male. 6/29/1991. Okay, so what we have here is another one life path. Here's the thing. Most one life paths need to be aggressive in life. You, not so much. You're a goatie. Goat is the number of the pacifist. Ghost is the sign of the deal maker. You're not looking for smoke. You're looking to chill. Now, when it comes to women, what is the most powerful thing a woman can have? Looks. Looks. And goats got it. When it comes to a man, it's that mouthpiece. It's that, yo, I want to be around this guy. I like this guy. They have that likability. Bro, I have seen goats get away with stuff just by smiling. I mean, I used to have a goat in GG33. She was born 91. Good-looking woman. I'm not going to put her name out there. She did give Isaiah Stewart of the Detroit Pistons a baby. And she locked him down with that baby. And he's born 2001. She's 1991. 10 years older. Yeah, good game, bro. Locked down an NBA player? At her age? Could you imagine being an NBA player and you lock down a woman 10 years older than you? Now, she's bad. She's a GOAT. And the GOATs are only ones that can pull that off. Remember Anna Nicole Smith? Yep, she bagged a 90-year-old billionaire. Want to guess what her sign was, Bills? Go. So here's what it comes down to. Regardless of if you're a man or a woman, GOATs get ahead with a smile. Ox, the complete opposite, strong arms people. Saddam Hussein, Napoleon, Hitler. These people ain't looking for compromise. But GOATs thrive on compromise. Lastly, you're going to be a rich motherfucker. Easy. Ain't going to happen overnight, but you're going to be very rich. That's clear as day. And lastly, control your emotions and don't let them control you. Do that, you'll be good. All right, if you guys want a reading, 98 or above, how many more we have left? 3 more? All right, we'll get back to that. Let's talk about our friend Nick Fuentes now. Let's talk about Nick Fuentes now, a man who Tucker Carlson probably coined it best. Angry gay kid. That's what Tucker Carlson said. It is what it is. Yeah, we'll get back to the Queen in a little bit. No, let's go to. Yep. Yeah, there is no better show at 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. And bro, we almost got like 400 people in here, and it's like 3. And by the way, I don't really care about the view count because I'm gonna get millions out of clips either way. All right, let's hear what this scumbag Nick Fuentes says before I start cooking his dumb ass.
Oh, he's a cult. Fuck that, dude. If you believe in that shit, get away from me. Get away. I do not want any demonic nonsense anywhere near me. If you believe in the occult, Zodiac, any of that stuff, get the fuck away from me and stay away from me. I don't play with that stuff at all because I think it's real.
Stop.
And
he thinks it's real. He thinks it's real. We will circle back to this later because I'm about to expose this fraud right here. He's nothing but a grifter. I was saying this all the same stuff 15, 20 years ago. He did not originate with this knowledge. He learned it from other people. But remember, he said he believes in the cult. You heard that, Bills, right? All right, keep playing it.
Curiosity about those matters is a pathway to hell. So I just stay away from me. Okay, anybody that's talking about numerology and the occult and all that bullshit, get away from me immediately. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I want nothing to do with any of that. I think it's totally wicked and evil. And people think it's a game. It's not a game, and it's not funny.
You know, stop it right there. You know what's not funny? You claiming to be a Christian, but when the homosexual Ye snaps his fingers and tells you to come to Spain, you went there like his little bitch. I think that's suspect. I think that's you're worried about numerology and astrology. What does the Bible say about homosexuality? Yet you're over there with Ye. You know, you have a very colorful past with a lot of very questionable individuals. And you think that you can just say whatever you want with no consequences? I'm not talking about cancellation, bro. You can say whatever you want, free speech. But you will be challenged because you're a fraud. And I'm going to prove it right here very soon. Keep going.
So, no, I will have none of that shit. All we need, you know what we need? We need the big guy. I don't play around with demons. I don't play around with middle management. I don't play around with hall monitors, okay? It is the number one true and living God. It is the eternally begotten Jesus Christ and his Father and the Holy Spirit. That is all you ever need is the breath and the word of God, and that's it.
He sounds like a Christian preacher, bro.
You don't need numbers. You don't need rituals. You don't need sex magic and nonsense. We don't play with that.
Sex magic. Isn't that like gay shit? What are you talking about, bro? I don't know anything about sex magic. What are you talking about, pimp? All right, let's go to the next video.
there's something very real going on with that stuff. You really have to avoid the occult. Everybody's getting really into the occult lately. They're getting into numerology and witchcraft.
Stop right there.
And
Stop right there. He's talking about my influence spreading around. That's why numerology and astrology is going around. Keep going.
Unequivocally disavow. Stay away from that stuff.
But you won't stay away from it. You won't stay away from it. I'll prove that in a second. You don't stay away from it. You tell your people to stay away from it, but you actually use it. Yeah, we're about to cook. Keep playing.
Promoting that stuff, the numbers, the Kabbalah, all that stuff. Stay away because demons are attached to it and you don't need it and it's pure evil. Put your trust in God, put your trust in Jesus Christ,
Grifter.
Protect yourself, invoke his name, pray in his name, take the Eucharist. Okay, that is the only thing that you can do for yourself spiritually. I'm not calling it, that's not a subtweeted Zerka. It's a subtweeted Gary the Numbers
Stop
guy.
it right there.
Zerka.
That's a subtweet at Gary the Numbers guy. For all you groypers who says, oh, Nick don't know who you are. He openly attacks me, you freaking morons. But don't worry. We're about to expose your dumbass real soon. Play the rest of it.
I like, and he does the numerology. I don't think he should be doing that, but I'm not so much talking about him. I disagree with that, but I like Zerka. I'm really more talking about Gary the Numbers guy.
All right, stop right there.
And just
so he doesn't like numerology, but when Zerka uses it, it's okay. When I use it, that's a problem. What type of hypocrisy is this? But here's the thing. He actually uses it too. We're about to prove that very quickly. Go ahead.
general. A lot of people are pushing that. People are becoming very into that stuff, ancient deities and, and it's morbid curiosity, but curiosity is a sin. Curiosity is a sin sometimes. So stay away. Get the fuck away from that stuff. You can't get far enough away from that stuff because it's pure evil. Because I saw a TikTok of that scene from Eyes Wide Shut where Tom Cruise goes to the Rothschild.
That's enough. So basically he's telling people don't use it or you're going to hell. That's what he said. Let's go to the last one, my tweet. Yeah. Look at that. Let's read this tweet together. Nick Fuentes is using numerology. He launched his platform on the 28th. I've been saying for over a decade, the 28 is the number of wealth. Remember, there's 128 every month. There's a 3% chance. This is random. 3%. 97% chance he did this on purpose. You know what else? 7/28 just happened to be one of the best days to open a company in 2025. Guess what? I opened a couple LLCs that day. 7/28 adds up to an 8-day because it's 2025. So it's not only a 28 and an 8-day. So now it's not just 3%. Now we got to divide that by 9. Now we're talking about probably 0.4%. So there's a 1 in 200 chance that this is a coincidence. So Nick Fuentes, the grifting fraud who said numerology will take you to hell. Look at this. He launched his platform on the 28th on the 8th day. This man is a fraud. Thick and through. He's talking shit about me, but he's using my system like every single other person. Yeah, you motherfuckers on TikTok who are talking shit about me. You're exposed to this because of me. You know what the funny thing is, Bills? When I see someone on Twitter or TikTok with a handle that's a 28 in it or an 8 in it talking shit to me. Motherfucker, I named you. Damn. Enough games. Well, you have to understand. People are saying I was a clown in that video. You have a guy at the other end screaming. You have to understand, every interview he ever did, he dominated the conversation 80, 90% of the time. He would not let a person get a word in. You have to match that energy. Here, it's a one-on-one situation. I can explain things more calmly. There, it's back and forth banner. It is what it is. But that just proved that Nick Fuentes uses numerology and astrology. And by the way, clippers, clip this up, put out the proof, show that he was talking shit, and then show everyone what he did. Because you know one thing about being a numerologist? I'll be able to tell. The fingerprints are always there. Let's go back to the super chats. You want a super chat? 98 or above, baby. And by the way, Nick, we ain't all...
You stupid.
You thought I wouldn't see that? Go ahead.
We got Big Chungus 420, date of birth
8/28/1997. 8/28/1997. Look at how I was just talking about syncrecy. Look how I was just talking about syncrecy. 8/28/1997 is an 8-day. He's born on the 28th.
He's born on like a perfect 8-day.
Listen. We just talked about 8 and 28, and we just talked about how everything is more in syncrecy. Look what happened.
This is getting weird now.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
This is getting weird.
He didn't plan this. Something's definitely going on.
Something's definitely changing.
And I believe we're getting more connected to the ether. That would explain what's going on. But listen, you're born on the 28th and you're 8. Money's got to be on your mind. Money is always on your mind. You go to sleep, you wake up, you think about how to make money. You know what's even more of an 8? He's born in 1997, which is also, 26 adds up to 8 again.
Looking at it, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How rich is he, bro?
Well, I'm not...
How much money you got?
So here's the thing. Not all 28s are rich. But what it is whenever a 28 needs money, somehow, some way it comes. You're not rich, but somehow, some way, whenever you need money, it just comes. You probably thought it was dumb luck before you met me. Same for this person. So here's what I'm going to recommend if I were you. And guys, start putting male and female in there. Look, let me work with something, guys. Let me work with something. So I would recommend that you go into finance, but I'd be very, very careful if you're a man with beautiful women. Because someone with that birthday, if they're a man, they're taking the L. On the flip side, if you're a woman with that birthday, protect your virtue. It's your power. That goes for all women, but you have to understand, women born on the 28th can help men manifest wealth. Don't believe me? What about Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos married Mackenzie. You want to guess what Mackenzie's life path was, Bills? 28. One of the richest men in the world. Now, did Jeff Bezos do most of the work? Yes. But just having sex with the 28, boom. So lastly, you're most likely going to spend a good time of your life by yourself. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. It's better to be by yourself than with people who are playing you. And one more tip. Do not be so critical. Let the little things go, man. You know, these Virgos, so fucking nitpicky, bro. Every single thing is a problem, even no matter how small it is. Quit all that perfectionist shit. You know, that's the reason why a lot of Virgos wear glasses. They fucking worry so fucking much, they affect their nervous system. It is what it is. All right, who's next? You want a reading? 98 or above, guys.
ZZ Phantom. Hey, Gary, my birthday is 1/20/1994. My birth time was 10:14 p.m., which is my birthday. So, by the way, 8 life paths.
Look at that. You're talking about it again.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, it's coming up a lot.
But 1/20/1994.
What does she want to know?
In my 3-year cycle, it's been going pretty well this year, and my daughter, she brings me at the birth. What do you see for me and my daughter?
Okay, let's start with you. You're an 8 life path, 1/20/1994. I see that right? That's an 8 life path. So here's what it comes down to it. As an 8, you're one of those women who has to make money. Is what it is. When I say women should be like homebodies, I'm not talking to all of them. I'm talking to a high percentage of them. Some of them can go out there in the business world. Like, for instance, if Ronda Rousey is going to be a security guard, she's probably going to whoop a lot of guys' asses. The average woman, not so much. So as someone with 8 energy, yeah, you definitely got to put in work. Now, it doesn't look like you're going to be too successful in relationships with the opposite sex. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you. But, you know, just got one of those birthdays. It's not in the cards. What's the daughter's birthday?
Daughter's birthday is 1/21/2018.
Okay. 1/21/2018. You're going to have a strong bond with the kid. That's, I mean, what else can you ask for? Like parents out there, you want a loyal kid? You want a kid that's going to be at home and is going to be like a mama's boy or a daddy's little girl? 6 is perfect for that. Absolutely perfect for that. Yeah, I see a good relationship there. I like it. Make sure you teach your young one the value of money, because that's a lesson they're going to have to learn. Who's next?
Cherry City Bullies. Much love, Gary. What do I need to do to get the big bag? Date of birth 1/16/1985. I live in Oregon. What cycle am I in? All the numbers 111, 222, 333, and so on. It gets crazy.
Okay, so 1/16/85. All right, so you're a rat. Got, you know, this ain't that time to expand, bro. Enemy year is coming. Enemy year is coming. I mean, we're already seeing what happened to the pigs this year. Absolutely annihilated. I was having a debate with Sean Kelly. He just called some guy up. I didn't know who he was, but he was born in the pig year. And I kept telling him, listen, bro, I know something bad happened. He's like, no, man, everything's great. I'm the one who beats the odds. And then we found out that he broke up with his girl and he hasn't seen his daughter in like 2-3 months. Yeah, pig year. Wes Watson.
Yeah, good year.
Wes Watson, born in the pig year. Didn't he whoop some dude's ass and now he has a case? Yeah. Hooters. That's a place with a lot of men of 8. Bankruptcy. Found in the pig year. It is what it is. So next year is your enemy year. So what I would do if I were you is I would prepare. And prepare as a rat. I don't have to tell you what it means to prepare. You know damn well how to prepare as a rat. But I'm going to be very honest with you, man. Have some money saved up if you can. I don't know your financial situation, but have some money saved up. Unexpected things will happen that will not go in your favor because it's your enemy year. And it's a fair system because once every 12 years, everyone gets hit. Everyone wants good years. Well, everything's yin yang. You guys are so smart. You guys are so spiritual. Yet I'm some kind of fucking moron here, right? You want to lie to people and say, yo, we all can win. Everyone can win. No. Everyone can't win. But I'm telling you what to do to win. So you guys understand that you can be in a certain process. Now, you're in an 8-year cycle. You're going to be in there until your birthday. work hard, build your nest egg, make as much money as possible. After your birthday hits, you're going to be in the 9-year cycle. And then in February, the year of the horse, starts your enemy sign. Lay low. Lay low. And I know you don't want to hear this. No one wants to hear this, including me. Pat Mahomes, probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Dominated the NFL season. Always had that comeback. Was doing really well in 2024. Went through the playoffs. Won the AFC Championship game. Looked good the whole way. And then the year the snake hit. When he was in the Super Bowl. And they got upset. They got destroyed. You know, they had the same matchup. Eagles against Chiefs in 2023. And in 2023, I was with the Chiefs. Know why? Because the Eagles were founded in an enemy year, which happened to be a rooster year. So the rooster won in the snake year, but it lost in its enemy year. Can anyone deny what I said? No one. Lastly, always trust your gut, my friend. Every single time, trust your gut. Because at the end of the day, rats don't sense the wrong things unless they're in your enemy year. You know how everyone who's a rat, they have this like ability to sense danger. It got you out of a lot of trouble. Everyone who's a rat will understand what I'm talking about. And then all these other fucking idiots are like, code reading, code reading, code reading. Shut the fuck up. Bitch ass, do the rest yourself. That's not for you guys. That's for me. All right. That's for me, pimp. But listen, your spidey senses ain't going to work next year. I saw that firsthand in 2014. The first year Bitcoin crashed. They're going to have a repeat next year. And by the way, if you guys are listening to me, and if you're going to be watching this video, I'm not wrong about Bitcoin and all crypto crashing next year. Don't be like, yo, Gary, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I actually do know what I'm talking about. Be very, very careful, man. Extremely careful. 3 Lifepath pig. You're lucky. All right. Who is next? Look at that. Look at that. A woman who actually listens. Hallelujah. It's like fucking winning the lotto. Anyways, let's get to her reading. She's a 7 Lifepath. So I say a lot of things to trigger people, Bills. I know you don't believe me, but, you know, I say a lot of things to trigger people, man. I know it's unbelievable. But, you know, I've also said that one of the reasons I got into numerology was because I saw that women with 7 energy were very intelligent. And I don't think much of women's intelligence as a whole. But when it comes to this woman over here, Kitty, she's a 7 Lifepath. She's smarter than most men. It is what it is. Not only that, Kitty knows how to make money. A lot of it. But you know what, Kitty? You might be blessed with looks. You might be blessed with a nice body. Might be blessed with a lot of things. Being consistently with a significant other probably ain't one of those things you're going to be so-called blessed with. Very adaptive, very intelligent, very loyal. Unfortunately, people haven't been loyal to you, have they? And she's like, damn, how does this guy know? Because when I do birthdays, I'm well past other numerologists. I get in the zone and I start processing in my mind what this person looks like, what they're going through. Hey, at least money comes easy, right? It is what it is. But you've made some mistakes too. Because, you know, I've talked about men being superficial. So are you. You're born in the 9th. So to you, the pretty boys and the guys with the 6-packs, that's what you like. Nothing wrong with it. But you've been disappointed by them over and over. I'm not going to tell you to change, not going to say anything. All I'm going to say is, can't have everything in life. And you have more, you have a lot that other women would basically try to do things to you over. So it is what it is. Who's next? Smart guy. Smart fucking guy, man. That's a winner right there, bro. Yeah, of course. I mean, smart parents.
All right. Born March 8th, 1986.
March 8th, 1986. Double 8 life path. Notice how many 28s and 8s are donating.
Do you fucking know, bro? I'm with you on this one, Gary.
Do you understand this?
I understand it.
Now, people can watch this themselves, and they are seeing 8s and 28s donating for readings. Why? They're the ones with the money. Like for instance, I just had took bills and everyone out to dinner. Paid for it. The waitress, it's like, do you need change? I'm like, no, keep the change. Bro, the smile on her face for extra $20 in tips. I'm happy I could do it. I'm happy I can do it because I'm in a position where I can't. These people are in a position where they can pay for a reading. But it's always the same numbers. There's also hidden numerology I'm not going to reveal. Almost everyone here is the same, bro. Every single one is almost the same energy every single place. All right, let's go into it. Tiger with money. No chance in hell you're faithful. No chance in hell. Yeah, he knows he's not talking about women. He wants to know about money.
Well, he actually does. He says, my wife is a monkey.
Ouch.
That's fucking crazy. Aren't those enemy signs?
Yeah.
We've been together for almost 8 years. Please let me know of career in life. We are big fans. Thanks, brother. You want to know her birthday?
5/22/1980. 9 life path. 3/8/1986. Double 8 life path. Okay. So I will give you some hope. I will give you some hope. A lot of people ask me, Gary, pig's your enemy sign. Why do you have pigs in your group? It's a valid question. No, it's a valid question. I mean, the answer is kind of logical if you think about it. 1 through 9 are different vibrations, but they're in the same frequency. The 11, the 22, and the 33 gravitate at a different level. So if there's one thing when it comes to enemy signs, it doesn't affect the master numbers as much as everyone else. It is what it is. I got some very loyal pig students, which is an anomaly, but it is what it is. The woman in this relationship is born on the 22nd. 22 is a master number. So from a numerology perspective, that can help out somewhat with the enemy signs. Now, your husband, the double 8, he might be in his 40s, soon, but he doesn't look like it. Tigers are extremely in good shape. And quite frankly, you guys work very well in the bedroom. See, tigers like women with certain type of bodies. And women born on the 22nd have it. Tigers tend to be very muscular. 22s tend to be very muscular. I'm willing to bet without looking at her that she has extremely broad shoulders because she's a monkey. Monkey covers the shoulders. And she's also born on the 22nd. So I think the stuff in the bedroom is good. The enemy sign thing's just going to mean you guys are going to argue. But you have to understand, as a 9, I'm talking to the man now, if all you do is argue with her, she's going to adapt to you and just start arguing with you. That's how 9s are. They reflect. That's why a lot of kids in San Francisco are gay. Because there's a lot of gay people around them. They adapt to their environment. It is what it is. Would I have recommended you guys get married? No, I wouldn't have. But I do see things from a numerology perspective that if the woman allows you to lead, it can work at some level. You're alpha. If she respects you as alpha, that's good. Now, I will tell you this. Just being in this relationship sexually keeps both you guys young. I said it. It is what it is. We have any more readings? And if you guys want a reading, 98 or above. And by the way, I don't think Zerka could pull 400 live viewers at this time of night. Clown. By the way, guys, I'm tap dancing here for how long now? 3 hours? 2 hours and change. Like the freaking video. Like the, no, the hell with that please shit. Like the goddamn video. I'm tap dancing for you guys at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. So like the video so I can get people to actually watch this content. Because quite frankly, I'm better than most people at this. There's maybe a handful of people in this game who you can say have a more charismatic, more articulate talking points or overall game than me. And I probably manage one of them. It is what it is. All right, what do we have here?
All right, we got Chang wasn't in the sauce. Whatever the fuck it is. 12/17/1998, male. Hasn't been the best year. Lost my job. Haven't had any luck. What would be a good career choice? Also, what can I do to prepare for my enemy year? And when is it? What do I do with myself? I'm lost in life.
Oh, I mean, listen, you're born in 98. You're not supposed to have it all figured out in your 20s, bro. Being a little harder on yourself. You really are. And quite frankly, you're too emotional. Too emotional, bro. And that's your freaking biggest problem. You make money, you lose it, get down on yourself, and you become very emotional. Ain't the way, bro. I'm sure you're in the gym fucking 24 hours. I get it. Well, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, brother. I need to get better at that Hulk thing, man. I am a real American. I'm going to start playing that shit that piss liberals off. You're going to have a bag, bro. Don't worry. Probably coming in about 4 years. Maybe a little less. It's coming. It is what it is. I feel like I'm talking to myself when I'm talking to you because I could have told myself, and again, you don't want to hear it. Oh, it's coming in a few years. You don't want to hear that shit. But I ain't going to lie to you. It'll come. Money's up and down with you, but it's going to be a lot more steady as you get older. My advice to you, control your emotional energy and do not allow it to control you. You have done erratic things. You have let your emotions control you. And a lot of times, they've hurt you. Burn off your emotional energy. Stay active. But then in the day, logic over emotion every single fucking time. If you're in America, you're a tiger. It is what it is. Isn't it amazing how America and Saudi Arabia are running a whole petrodollar scam in the whole world? Two monkey nations just dominating. Anyone else? Last one. All right. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to do this. Let's react to some videos. Yeah, new reactions. I'm done with giving those losers any clout. Let me hear it. The hell is this?
They really own that. They say no EBT. No, they own that. The food stamps EBT is over with. I can only buy steak, chicken, vegetables, no snacks, no nothing. I can't get no more trip. You feel me, y'all? Damn, they really did that shit, y'all. It's over, y'all. They really own that.
Okay, stop it right there. Isn't it refreshing to have a president who does exactly what he said he's going to do? He said he's going to cut this shit, and that's exactly what he did. And I'm sorry if that upsets you queens out there. It is what it is. Adapt. What's the next one? Oh, look at those fake tears. Uh-huh. You know how I know they're fake? She's a woman. Go ahead.
Fucking hell. Fuck.
She's so fake. She's so fake.
I tried. Tell you guys. Unfortunately, me and Mikhail have broken up. And we just decided that it is time for
we decided, stop it right there.
To
there's no we. There's no we. There's no we. You decided this was the best time to cut him off. You figured you got all the clout you could off him, or you can't control him the way you used to. Listen, Neon, you're a 9 Lifepath simp. I know what you are. And you're chasing her. I told you what it was. I know Sam. I met her many times. She's an attractive woman, but I mean, she ain't all that. But she is a 5 Lifepath. And Neon, the 9 simp, basically got with her because him and Jack Doherty basically played him. Do you know this is Jack Doherty's childhood friend? Do you understand? They schemed this, Neon. Jack Doherty, who you hate, and Sam schemed together how to get you. And then when you went to Jack's house, she seduced you. And what happened since? People know who she is. She was just another OnlyFans model. She was just another girl. Just another girl Zerko would do streams with. And then she decided to elevate her ass through you, and now that you're not needed anymore, hit the fucking bricks. Myron told you this in his studio. You thought you were smarter than him. Think again, dumbass. All right, let's hear this woman with her bullshit.
grow apart.
They grow apart, huh? Can't use them for
We've had
clout
a lot
anymore,
of conversations recently, and it just led to the point where this doesn't feel real.
Stop. She was just crying and sobbing, and there she's laughing. See, that's the real her. That's the real her right there. All that other shit is Hollywood. And by the way, that's some fucking BC acting right there. Girl, I mean, you tripping? No one believes you, except maybe your next sip. Go ahead.
That if we do want to be together in the future, that this is a decision we had to make to just not be together right now.
Let me translate that right there. She said she doesn't want to. They're not together right now. She's leaving the door open in the future. What she's basically saying, when she gets railed by about 10, 50 more guys, then she'll be willing to settle down for Neon. That's what she just said. But it's it.
And, you know, we really wish we didn't have to do this because we love each other so much. We love each other so much.
They love each other.
And
Why'd you break up? Why'd you break up if you love each other? Yo, bro, do you, like, break up with people you love?
Never. I cherish them.
Make it make sense, you dumb bitch. Keep going. And by the way, I don't like Neon. I'm just exposing this broad.
We have so many people who love us. Okay? Thank you guys for all of your love and support.
Thank you for all the money you gave me.
I truly have appreciated every...
Yeah, thanks for all the clout. Thanks for all the money. That's what she's saying. So let me close by saying this. Neon, she's a 5, and that new girl you're around, Iggy, is a 5 too. Interesting how numerology works. Yep. And guys, let's go. Like the video. Like the video. Let's get some views over here. There's nothing better on YouTube at this time of day. No chance in hell. All right, what's the next one? And by the way, if you want a reading, 98 or above. And let me say this. Q's the best numerology and astrology app that was ever made. I was just offered $3 million for a portion of the app, and I said no. Get the Q app. Get in early. Still early. Still a year old. A little over a year. If you count everything, like 2 years, but it's like about a year old since it's been on the App Store. Complete domination. Complete, utter domination. Get the Q app. All right, who's next? No, another video. The fuck is this? Oh, another one for Trump? Hold on 1 second. That right there is a real president. That right there is not a walking dementia case that was in the White House last term. That right there is a man whose ego is so big, he wants to be known as the guy who fixed everything. I don't agree with him about everything. I don't like the way he defends Israel all the time. But other than that, he's doing a great job. And if you're going to hate Donald Trump on one issue, one, Palestine or whatever, you're un-American. Now, you have a right to criticize him. You have a right to say what you want, First Amendment rights. But if the man's doing 100 good things and one bad thing, what the fuck? Yo. Congratulations, Donald Trump. And by the way, Apple, listen to this one. Started by Steve Jobs, born 2/24/1955. 224-1995 adds up 28. He started Apple 4/1/1976. Let's do the math because we could have some 607 viewers here, so we want to keep it down for them. 4 + 1 9 7 6 28 again. 4/1/1976 adds up to 28. And the incorporation founding January 3rd, 1977. 131977 again 28. This is one of the richest companies in the world. As Unc says, stop playing with me. I'm going to co-op his line, man. All right. Let me see the next one. Let me make this clear. Me and the WNBA players were supposed to do interviews. The very beginning of the year, I was in negotiations for bringing WNBA players on Fresh and Fit. You knew about this. They're supposed to go on with me too. Someone who's high up the food chain decided that was a bad idea. Cool. Well, I just want people to know, one of those guys who was throwing the dildo and got arrested, I got in contact with him on Twitter, and I'm actually going to help him with his lawyer. Because fuck you, bitches. You guys are 70% lesbians anyway. What are you being so offended of? God damn. When the WNBA players were here in Miami for their 3-on-3 tournament, they were visiting the strip clubs more than the men. And lastly, WNBA players don't deserve more money. The WNBA loses money every single year. And finally, there's a player, Caitlin Clark, what's her name? Yeah. Who actually is getting so much press that it's making the WA a little bit of money. All of a sudden, the black players there aren't happy anymore. They ain't happy. A white bitch is the face of the WNBA. They mad now. Well, fucking stay mad. Because it's not because she's white, you freaking morons. It's because she's born on the 22nd. She's a master number. Bills, who else besides a master number could make the WNBA popular? Stop playing with me. All right, next. We'll get to the readings in a bit. 98 or above if you want one. That's a good man right there. That's a good man right there. You know why he's a good man? Not because he's not a killer. He's definitely a killer. He put many people in the grave. He's not a good man because he didn't do particular things that are in line with the Western thinking of things. But you know why the people love this guy with all his faults? Do you know why people respect him in Russia? Probably not, because you guys don't even know what loyalty and respect is. You fucking cut your own mama's fucking throat for $1. You fucking whatever. I'm just keeping it real. This man right here, when he came to power in 2000, the Dragon came, wins the election in the Dragon year. He went to all the rich people, got them in the room, and said, you can keep your wealth, but do not get involved in politics. And the people who didn't listen to him, they're either dead or out the country. Russia, under his predecessor, Boris Yeltsin, was a shithole. Everything was being stolen from the people. And then Vladimir Putin came to power, and he saw the corruption, and he ended a lot of it. Now, is he corrupt himself? Of course. But let me tell you what the difference between Putin and everyone else. Yes, he steals money. He's a trillionaire. You know, this guy's richer than Musk. He's an actual trillionaire. Does it make sense that his daughter is born on the 28th? Does that make sense? But let me make it sense to you. He's a mob boss running a government. No question. But you know, before, the thieves in Russia under Yeltsin were foreign thieves. And they would steal everything. The oligarchs in charge now are former KGB. They're Russians. So yes, they steal, just like under Yeltsin. The difference is these are Russians, not foreigners. You get it? It's one of your own. So the money's staying in the country. When foreigners steal, they take money out the country. When people like Putin steal, they still keep the money in the country. So yes, he's worth a lot of money. He stole a lot of it. But you know what? He earned it. Want to know why he earned it? Because I was in Russia in 2006. Do you know how poor these people were, Bills? They would give me the incorrect change. Yeah. That's how poor they were in 2006. I went there 12 years later. Mercedes, BMWs. People got money there now. The roads are fixed. Based off what it was before, it was night and day. And Vladimir Putin's leadership is what allowed that to happen. So yes, people are right. He is a killer. But at the end of the day, he saved Russia. Because if Yeltsin was in power, the foreigners would still be gutting up Russia into little pieces. What's the next one, Bills? Yeah. Okay, let's listen to this one. By the way, Steve Will Do It reached out for a reading, and I said he can come on the podcast and do it here or Fresh and Fit. He refused, so I didn't give him a reading. And by the way, Steve, 8/26/1998, your birthday's coming. He's got money. He has a lot of 8 energy.
This shit is pissing me off.
It is what it is, bro. But let me tell you something, bro. After your birthday hits, in about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks, life's going to change for you in a very different way. My offer stands. I will tell you what you need to know. I will get you past that way. You can come on my show with Fresh and Dom, or go on Fresh and Fit, and then I'll give you a reading, and I'll tell you exactly what to do. Other than that, I don't want you buying one, nothing. You want something out of me, I want something out of you. The same way you want something out of Mr. Beast. Let's hear.
My brother Steve Will Do It. Stevie, what we feeling?
I'll do 50,000.
Okay, let's go.
And then Beast, if you can get my YouTube channel back, I'll do $1 million.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
And if you get it back tonight, I'll do $2 million.
Okay, stop it right there. Stop it right there. You know what the funniest thing in the world was? Mr. Beast couldn't get it turned on. I mean, the biggest guy on YouTube doesn't have enough pull to get Steve Will Do Its channel turned on. You know what YouTube did? Right afterwards, they said, no, we won't turn it on his channel, but we'll donate $2 million. Yeah, bro, that's how much they hate this guy.
They said, we'll take that.
Yep, we'll eat your donation, and we will give your donation $2 million, but you ain't going back on the platform. You know what else? I want to make this clear. There's people who are demonetized. They're still on YouTube. This guy right here, they hate this guy. They hate this guy. They literally hate this guy. And by the way, Steve Will Do It. Welcome to America, Monkey Nation. And you're a tiger. It is what it is, pimp. Yeah, YouTube got him good, bro. YouTube got him good. It is what it is, man. I thought it was funny. All right, what's the next one? And nah, I shouldn't even do that. Go ahead. The fuck? The hell is this?
Do a little hip shake.
The fuck?
Guys.
Yo, hold on. Is that the guy from... No! That's the guy from Spider-Man?
Green Goblin, what happened? Green Goblin.
What? Yo. Is this like AI?
No, this ain't AI. There's no AI on this one.
Oh my god.
Do a little hip shake.
What are you doing?
Guys.
Listen. A lot of mentally ill people in the world. I'll leave it at that, man. Move on, bro. Move on, man. This is bro, I want to throw the fuck up, bro. I literally want to throw the fuck up, bro. Fuck. Man. Next. The fuck? Oh, PBS is gone? I mean, it is a democratic, money laundering operation. So, bye-bye. We ain't losing anything, bro. Is that it? All right.
The projection of women in boxing and the issue or the theme about the ring girls in an all-female fighting card and
You
the
want ring boys?
sexualization of women.
Do you want ring boys?
Well, a couple of people have said that why don't have boys or none of any.
Stop. Sexualization of women? No one sexualizes women more than women themselves. 15% of the women in this city are doing OnlyFans. You go up to them asking for a number, they'll give you their OnlyFans link. No one sexualizes themselves more than other women. These whores are literally going to the gym 24/7 just so they can sexualize themselves even more. Women sexualize themselves more than men ever could. Keep going.
Any of them at all. I just wanna bring to the attention the conversation of it.
Stop. Yo, chat. I'm not in any better shape than I was 6 weeks ago. Maybe 5 pounds less, whatever. This is hair color, bro. That's all it is. It's all it is. Makes me look a lot younger, no doubt. But that's all it is, chat. All right, keep going. See the chat talking.
Next
Thank
question,
you.
please. If anybody wants to submit an application to be a ring boy to MVP, send it to that young man.
Send it to fucking Kamala Harris.
My question is for Jake Paul. Jake, obviously,
Yo. I gotta say one thing to Jake Paul, man. First of all, Jake Paul is the best thing that happened to boxing since Muhammad Ali. No one was talking about boxing before Jake Paul. Now, did Tommy Fury beat his ass? 100%. Tommy's a real boxer. But at the end of the day, no one's going to see Tommy. No one's going to see any of these bums. People are going to see Jake Paul. Because, quite frankly, Jake Paul will beat any other influencer's ass when it comes to boxing, including mine. Now, if Jake ever came up to me and said, you want to spar? I'm probably going to decline. But, hey, I'll tell any influencer out there, including Andrew Tate, you want to box? Let's do it bare knuckles. And the only difference is I get my rings. Because I know with these rings, I'll knock anyone out. Start calling me the Sandman, motherfucker. But at the end of the day, I definitely need my rings with me. All right, man. Let's go to the next one. Ring boys. Jake Paul has the same birthday as Muhammad Ali, and he revived boxing, just like Muhammad Ali. That's how it works. Jake Paul and Muhammad Ali both revived boxing in their eras. Facts. All right. Oh, this fucking whore. Oh, hold on. Now we're going to be watching a video of the woman who left her wife, who left the husband and the kids to basically suck off Drake. All right. Wench.
At the end of the day, she was good, and I'm going to miss her, and I'm going to miss, I will miss doing this podcast, and I will miss the money this podcast brought me.
She's ending her podcast. She just ended her podcast out of nowhere. Well, I mean, people seem like they're shocked. Why would they be shocked? She walked out of her husband's life the same way. She walked out of her kid's life the same way. Because she decided being a whore is more important than raising your kids. And this is what you guys are telling me is the divine feminine? This is a fucking demon. And if you support this behavior, you might be the one who's fucking possessed. Keep going.
As you guys know, this podcast started off just with a girl with a dream to make more money. And I knew when I started that it was going to go places. I didn't know I would fall off as quickly as I did. To be honest, I did think this was going to last a bit longer. But nevertheless, it lasted a minute, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have. And
what accomplishments? What accomplishments? Having sex with fucking rappers? Is that your accomplishment? Getting ran through by rappers? This is what you left your husband? This is what you left your kids for? You despicable fucking animal. You disgust me. And if you were in another country, they show you exactly what should be done with people like you. Allah Akbar. Motherfucker. I'm not even Muslim. Never will be either. All right, let's watch the rest of this garbage.
I'm pretty sad that it has to end like this, but it's okay. Things in life happened. Everything in life happens for a reason, or mostly everything.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
called
not
karma.
everything.
You dumb bitch. It's called karma. You left your kids. You left your husband a good man so you could fucking keep your legs open like a fucking shrimp. And now that was taken away from you too. Now you got no husband. Now your money's gone. Enjoy your fucking cat. And maybe those rappers will come around when they need a side chick. You dumb bitch. Next one. The fuck is this? Oh, Haktui. Another fucking female fraud. She sold her ex account? Struggling, huh, you dumb bitch? Listen. Again. Wow, 325K? For how many followers? That's a good deal for her. That account ain't worth that much money. Wow. Another ran through whore who had her 15 minutes of fame and now gone like the fucking wind. Haktui, bitch. Spit on your fucking career. All right, let's hear this. What's this? What's this bitch upset about? Gary seems more of an 11 than a 33. Am I an athlete? You got your fucking mind? All right, go ahead, man.
I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in
Stop. Isn't Beyonce the queen? Isn't Beyonce the queen? Alicia Keys? There are plenty of beautiful women of color that any one of those KKK racists in fucking Arkansas or Alabama will fucking have sex with given the chance. Here's the thing. You got that Alicia Curry thing going. I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. You're not an attractive woman, but you want to take it out on somebody else. So you want to take it out on Sydney Sweeney because she's white. Let me tell you something. This head right here might be racist, but this one down here, that shit ain't racist at all. That shit ain't racist at all. A sexy woman is sexy in almost every single ethnicity. I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen too many sexy Indian women. I just haven't. But they exist. I've seen them. Just not that many of them. So let me make this clear. Stop coping, you dumb bitch. And if you can do what a lot of average to ugly looking girls do to get, I understand, being hit as a woman, that's tough. If you aren't good looking as a woman, that's hell. For a guy, you can make money, you can do other things. But for a woman, it's tough. But you can do what most of these ugly bitches do in the year 2025. Go to the gym every day. Bake yourself a badass body so no matter what your face looks like, they're looking at your body and giving you a pass. Oh, I know I'm being harsh now. But guess what? It's the truth. Go look at these bikini women on IG. Badass bodies. The face only looks good with the filter. And by the way, I know Casanova. I'm not all that attractive. I know this. But she's the one crying about this. Let's hear what the rest of this bitch has to say.
Community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name. If it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain
Stop. You want to wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed? Hair dye and contact lenses. Problem solved, you dumb bitch. Keep going.
Or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white Eurocentric beauty standards.
Now, to turn this off, shut the fuck up. They talk about fucking black fatigue. I got whore fatigue. I'm sick of hearing this shit. There are beautiful women in every single race. Some more than others, but every single race. Numerology proved this. There's 5 life paths everywhere. Stop being jealous. This is the problem with this divine feminine. They're all whores now. I'm going to tell you something. I want my sons to supersede me in every way. I want my sons to be smarter than me. I want my sons to be more successful than me. I want everything for them, just like every single father does for his sons. But see, women a little different. Women a little different. Bills, don't let a daughter look better than her fucking mother. Don't let a daughter look better than her mother. She will hate her. Facts. It is what it is. All right, man. I'm done listening to this bitch. What we got else? Doesn't seem like much of an apology. Good shit. Her jeans. It's just so easy to trigger the baby mama culture. It is so easy to trigger you people. Anyways, I need a pee break. I'll be back in about 45 seconds. Bills, play a Q ad for us. Thank you for the Q app for sponsoring the show. The best numerology and astrology app. And don't think Google and Apple ain't noticing. Don't think that, the big tech companies ain't noticing what the hell me and my team did in a very short amount of time. All right, let's go down there. Let's go down a little bit. Yeah, right there. Let's talk about this bitch. How's everyone doing today? We got company for a live show, and Hero comes out too. Okay, so let's talk about what actually happened here. Now, everyone sees this, but most people don't understand what actually happened. We're going to talk about what happened. See, this was a setup. Go to the very beginning of it. This was a setup. Yeah. So that woman right there, they're both cheating. Both those guys are cheating. They're both cheating on their spouses. But you see, that woman right there, go to the very beginning so people can see this fucking old hag. That woman right there, she was promoted to an HR position. She took that job away from the person who set her up. Yeah. I want to make this clear. Don't cheat. If you're married, listen, I don't give a fuck about cheating on your girlfriend. Whatever, bro. Once you have kids, you're committed. You're not a king. You're not a sultan. You don't need a whole bunch of geishas. Stop the games. This guy fucked up. This bitch fucked up. And they paid the price for it. Expose people like this. Shame them. And one day, maybe these OnlyFans whores are going to be fucking shamed too. Next one. Guys, we're going to end the stream pretty soon. If you want to do a reading, you got about 5 minutes to get it in.
Nope. Grok now has an AI waifu. And yes, I did in fact spend $40 to unlock it. You should call me Austin.
Austin, huh?
Why am I listening to music right now? Where's the music coming from?
Wait, hold up, Austin. There's no music playing right now. At least not from me. Are you hearing some tunes in your head?
No, you just definitely muted the music. There's music and then you made it go away.
Austin, babe, I swear on my cute little
Oh,
dress.
wow. So they're trying to make these women realistic.
Hey.
They're just fucking lying to a guy. I guess these AIs are more realistic than I thought. The fuck? Listen, this is pathetic. You can see this guy's a beta male. He hasn't had pussy since pussy had him. He's a virgin just like our friend Nick Fuentes. And I've told people this many times. I don't trust a woman with a high body count, nor do I trust a man with 0 body count. Because that motherfucker thirsty and he will betray you to hit some. Do you know how many times a woman has used men to fight men? Because she knows how to seduce people. And this guy will be seduced if she just flashes him one time. This is pathetic. This is disgusting. And this is destroying our civilization. This should be banned. This should be banned. Along with all the other fucking degeneracy that goes around. Absolutely disgusting behavior. And you guys are wondering why Islam is fucking rising. I don't want these Muslims here. I don't want them here. But you know what I don't want even more? Degenerate culture. It is what it is. At least I don't see any this degenerate nonsense in Islam. Facts. All right, let's go to the readings and we're going to wrap this thing up. All right, let's do that last reading. Listen, I know you guys are having fun. Best show right now, but I'm not Myron Gaines. I ain't going no 8 hours, bro. You know, I ain't no fucking horse. You ain't gonna whip me like that. Okay, so what we have 11, 30, 84. What you want? You'll have influence in your life, but it's not coming till you're older. Sorry, it is what it is. You're supposed to be a loner. You're supposed to be one of those type of people. I see it in your birthday. It's clear as day. You get bored very quickly. You're very talkative, but you're not good at long-term relationships. It is what it is. You're obviously an intelligent woman, which is rare. But when it comes down to it, you're not going to do good in relationships. Your drug of choice is knowledge. Stick to it. And understand one thing. Enemy year is coming. Prepare. Put yourself in a position where you don't have to chase money if you can. Put yourself in a position where you don't have to be aggressive, where you don't have to make moves. You know what I tell a lot of people who are rich that ask me about their sons? I tell them to give them a gap year before they go to college, because most people go to college in their enemy year. So they're imprinting it with enemy energy. It is what it is. So I always tell people have a gap year. Yes. Yes. It's all a trap, bro. Yep.
Like from freshman 15 to freshman.
It always wins, man. Every single time. Prepare next year. Quite frankly, you're gonna enjoy your golden years, but you gotta put in work right now, and that work includes work on yourself. All right. That's it. All right, guys. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think we got at least 50, 60 clips out of this one. Yeah, easily. So, content creators, you know what to do. Let's get millions of views. Yeah, I did this guy.
He's saying that he didn't do it. Chang, we did you. Please don't forget about it. See, Chang, we did you already. You did it already.
Gotcha.
Just letting you know, Chang, rewind what you're reading, bro.
I did it, man. It's in the tapes. You'll see it. Anyways, this has been a GG33 production. Peace.